in winter you give them extra blankets, and in summer you give them extra cool drinks.
Yeah, obviously we look at how's the weather like, and we always try and put some more warm hot water bottles on the vehicles on morning drives when we have very cold weather.
And they can put it underneath everything.
Exactly, and then we always advise them when it comes to weather forecast, and they know exactly what's going to be like in the morning. And then
and then they go on game drive, and I mean, again, you guys know most of the guides by now. We'll still talk to them over time, but at the moment Abel and Andrew is there, and Greg is back tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the 3 guides that work through
at Bush Lodge. Yes.
And then we've got the game drive, and again, over time we'll take in a game drive with the lodge as well to show you, but they stop halfway for a lovely coffee break and some muffins and snacks and all kinds of nice things to eat. And then they get back, about 3 hours or so normally,
after 3 hours, and then around 9:30, all the guests are back at the lodge. But obviously, if there's good game out there, we don't mind. We're always ready for them whenever they come back from the drive. So we're very easy.
Cool. And then one of the things, and many people again that are around the fire with us, and I have been to lodges, one of the things I really miss about lodges is the brunch. And you can tell us a little bit about it. Now again, this is one of the things I hope we'll show down the line. But I mean, you guys do a lovely spread normally outside if it's possible, What is the breakfast, or what is the brunch normally? Like a basic layout.
Well, our brunch, as soon as the guests come back from the lodge at around 9:30, we've got cereals ready for them, and then we get to introduce them exactly what's there for them, and then the ladies will normally come around while they're having their cereals, check whenever, when they need some eggs, and obviously we've got a buffet service type, and then once
the nice bits and pieces.
And then once the eggs are ready, everybody has to go and choose whatever.
All the good stuff.
There, good food.
Just to mention again, we didn't actually mention in the beginning, but Bush Lodge, the same as Voitela, only takes 16 guests. So 2 vehicles, maximum 8 people, normally 6 people or so on the vehicle. So even when you say buffet, it is a buffet for a very small number of people. So it really is, everything is lovely and fresh prepared. I mean, the fruit is always, even in winter, that's one of the nice things I remember. In being in the Lowveld, all the fruit gets grown not far from here, so the fruit is always amazing.
All fresh,
And brunch is lovely, and then the people that want to have a holiday go and lie by the pool or sit by the rooms or take a nap. And how often do people go for walks there?
Yes.
Quite often they go for walks.
Quite often they go for walks, and then we've got actually a few activities after breakfast. And then we have, walking safari is always there, and a lot of people love it. But it's more educational, very informative.
After breakfast.
And then obviously we have village trips, which is always interesting. And other than that, you can actually spoil yourself. We've got Pillar Beauty Therapist. Actually book and get yourself spoiled.
So lots to do that you can do during the day. If you haven't had enough fun yet having breakfast and seeing lots of wildlife, you can go on. And again, we'll show you lots of things. Village trip is still fantastic. People go out to do they go to Utah as well sometimes, or just Dixie?
They go both to villages, and then most of the time they start in Utah, and they take the guests to the preschools. And then most cases the kids are very enthusiastic to actually seeing and do a lot more activities. And then just after when they drive out from the preschools, and then the guest can actually be involved in learning more about our Shangaan tradition, which is very interesting. What happens is that our guide knows exactly what the village is like, because they've grown there. They know exactly what the Shangaan tradition is all about. So they tell them exactly what it is, and then
and they also know the people. That's one of the lovely things village trips is it's not just that the guides take them around, but they've got friends there and family, and they've grown up there. So it's almost like introducing friends to friends.
And then they get to know exactly what's going on out in the village. It's very interesting, and I love it myself. I've grown there, but when I think about going out to the village trip, it's just amazing. And then lunch, people have to get back for lunch, which is more food. I think I counted once. You eat 7 times a day, I think, at the lodge. If you count all the pre-drive, during drive, breakfast, lunch. Lunch is fantastic, which I'm sure people enjoy, and normally a little bit of relaxing. And then what do people do sort of during that middle part of the day? Just take it easy. In most cases, because obviously the guests cannot do all these kind of things all together at the same time. We try and help them arrange the activities that they might want to be involved in while they're staying with us. And one day they can do walk, one day they can do village trip, and third night they can do massage.
Massage or therapy or treatment or something like that.
And then in that way, whoever wants to actually take it easy around the lodge, we've got a swimming pool which is there, and then they can spend their time. It's beautiful, and we there to help them in case they want a very cold refreshing drink, beers, whatever drink they want might to have, which is good.
Yeah, they can enjoy it. Mandla, then speaking of food, and this is where we're going to show a little bit of it. They go from lunch a little bit relaxing, and then there's more food at high tea. I mean that's the build up basically to the drive, is it?
Yeah. And actually, most of the time when you actually get to do tea time, and we've got like some sweet delights. It's not much.
Just a little snack. I think let's start with that. We'll talk. Basically, we're just going to show you a little snippet of it, and while we're showing you, we'll just talk and tell about it. Mandla, you can. I was lucky that on the day that I came to visit you and get this that you're going to see with us now. It was one of my favorite high tea snacks. So we'll just talk a little bit through what that is like, and then we'll talk a little bit what happens during the game drive and after as well. Basically, as you can see, my favorite snacks is always, Mandla, I don't know what your favorites are. Chocolate brownies have always been a big hit at Bush Lodge. What is your favorite high tea snack?
Oh, milk tartlets.
Mini tartlets.
Yeah, they're so amazing, and today we had them, and they so beautiful. I couldn't miss one today. I had to come this side, but I had to grab one for the road.
Of course, always. Now, as we can see at the moment, people come up, and on the day that I was there were only a few people in the lodge. There's obviously drinks and coffee and tea. You guys help them to get and enjoy some of these snacks. And this specific couple, actually, Mike and what was...
it's Michael and Jessica.
Jessica.
Yes.
They were on their honeymoon, so they were having a lovely time there.
Good time.
And then they have a little time to enjoy a snack and get some sugar and something to eat before they set out and drive. Also, there was something I was thinking of earlier. There's a bit of time just to interact with other guests. Well, often if guests arrive during lunchtime, that's a time also for them, not in this specific case now, but there's a case for them to meet and talk with the other guests a little bit.
Yes. That day actually we had like few guests in the camp, and then actually as soon as they get in there, everything is just ready for them, and then obviously you have to be well equipped for your afternoon drive. Bring everything that you want to use, because you will never know what's going to be there. Interesting game, you need to bring some cameras, and then have your fleece on. As soon as the tea and the coffee is done, then you get to move on and join the drive.
It also gives you time to check if they've got everything, and then also for the guides,
to give an update of the game, and you get to know the guests around you, and then which a lot of the time we have guests that are actually arriving and they don't know exactly what's going on, but as soon as the guide is there, and then the other guests actually equip them with the information, the drives and everything, and then everybody just feels like they're home.
Exactly.
Home away from home.
And then as we can see, you go to the vehicles. I've always loved the little stairs Bush Lodge have, making it very easy for people to get into these vehicles. I know that sometimes people are a bit nervous about getting onto these high 4x4 vehicles that we use for game drives, but it's an easy hop and a skip, and very nice and comfortable vehicles, obviously. And then people head off on the drive again for another 3 hours or so normally.
Yes, another 3 hours, which is divided by the sundowner spot anywhere in the middle of the bush. So that's where they get to actually get the drinks while they're out there.
Normally around sundown if they can. Manu, do you think people typically enjoy afternoon drives, morning drives more?
I think the evening drive is quite a favorite one, because as soon as they leave the lodge, they spend half of their, a few hours of the drives. It's daytime, and then that's where you get to see a lot and more game, going to the watering hole to drink, and that's where the nocturnal animals become